So, hello guys, today I am going to teach you about some embedded concept. So, when we type main function in any code in a microcontroller application, so what happens before going to the main function? It goes through a lot of process. So, I am going to explain uh, what are the steps after that it goes to the main function. So, in microcontroller application, we know that there is a main function, that is the entry of for the main program. The main function where the program writes the core logic for their operation, including initialization of variables, setting up configuration, and defining the main execution loop. But actually, the main function is not the entry point of the program. Before that, before entry point, there are a lot of things happen. So for example, we use ARM Cortex-M based microcontroller. The reset handler is the initial entry point of the program. So since it is the first routine to be executed on system startup, so it goes to reset handler. It is responsible for setting up the microcontroller hardware and system state, and it is crucial part of the program execution. Without the reset handler, the application cannot run. So firstly, it goes with the reset handler. That is the initial entry point of the program. So I'm going to show you with some points how it goes one by one. So here what happens before we call the main function. Firstly, processor. Whatever the processor we use, use boots from address, takes the value from address in thread mode using the main stack. We have main stack and then we have program counter. So in the main stack, the processor boots from the address 0x0. After that, the processor loads. It will go the main stack vector value. The default value of main stack vector is 0x0. That is in stack pointer. And after that, the reset vector value, after that it reset the value at the address 0x4. Okay, so into the program counter that is present in the program counter. Then the program then can enter and execute the reset handler function. Then only can program enter and go with the reset handler function with using program counter. And the next step is data from non-volatile memory. Non-volatile memory, usually flash memory, is copied to the volatile memory. Non-volatile memory ROM is copied to the volatile memory, that is RAM, for variable that need to initialized to initialize the variables. This includes global and static variables. This includes global and static variables. The reset handler, we have some BSS section. So the reset handler zero out the BSS section which contains unsliced. In BSS section, the variables are unsliced, which contain unsliced global and static variable. So the reset handler 0, it do the put the unslice the variable to the unsliced variable in BSS section. This ensures this variable start with a known value, usually 0. So this happens in the reset handler. With the reset handler also initiate the then it goes to the microcontroller hardware peripherals like SPI, I2C, and then clocks with the implementation. Then we do init function. If a C library like libc is used, if a C library like libc is used, The reset routine should call the C run. The reset routine, whatever the reset routine should call the C runtime installation. Before, if we are using C library like libc, then the reset routine will be called before main function. This is done by calling start or libinit array function. By these some functions, these functions are called before main function. Once all the memory, these all the installation part, once all the necessary installation is done, the reset handler, then the reset handler calls the main function. As we have written that reset handler is the initial pointer. So the reset handler call the main function, which is where user application code begins execution. Note the installation can be different on the depend on the system. So this is the example. This is example what we into ARM Cortex M. So that's all for today. If you have any query, please comment on the comment box.